Brandon. I like to play football and I like to tackle people and catch footballs.
Welcome. I'm Sarah. I like to watch movies and TV shows. My favorite TV show is Stranger Things.
Welcome
to
Cougar TV.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Attention students or singing, filming/editing, piano, drums, violin, gymnastics, STEM, and more? Well, MNS Community Stars is the place for you. We are giving scholarships for our first Out to School Time program. It's September 30th. Spaces are limited. You won't want to miss this opportunity. Please come to Miss Lee's office to retrieve them and turn them into your home room teacher, and they will return it to Miss Lee.
Hello, my name is Amanda Dawkins Burrows, also known as Mrs. DB. I am a 7th grade math teacher here at Congress Middle. I am a former student of AIU, and I'm also from the Bahamas, Nassau, Bahamas. My favorite foods would be tacos and anything seafood.
Hi, my name is Mr. Joseph. I'm an 8th grade pre-algebra teacher from Palm Beach Atlantic University, and my favorite food is fried chicken and watermelon juice.
All right, good morning. My name is Dr. Julius Ellington. My title out here is Behavior Coach Case Manager. I am one of the support staffs that works alongside the administration and students to advocate for students. Anytime you have problems, you can need to come see me first, and I can help you solve those problems. I received my undergrad degree, Historical Black College University, and I received my doctorate in Ed Leadership Instructional Teaching from Augustine University. My favorite food is seafood, any type of seafood. I mastered how to cook it and prepare for people to enjoy it. I'm looking forward to working with you as a family member of Congress Middle School, and hope to see you around.
Hi, my name is Mr. Peterson. My work title is English Language Arts 6th grade teacher. I went to school at Ferris State University, where I earned an associate in applied science in architecture, an associate in history, bachelor in English, and I'm currently pursuing my master's at Florida Atlantic University in healthcare administration. My favorite food would probably have to be Italian.
Good morning. My name is Lisa Kimbrell. I'm originally from Kentucky. I am the 6th grade counselor here at Congress Middle School, and I graduated from Western Kentucky University. My favorite food is any kind of seafood. Thanks. Have a great day.
Lin-Manuel Miranda transformed from substitute high school English teacher to Tony Award-winning theatrical genius in less than 10 years. This is the evolution of Lin-Manuel Miranda. Even before he won the Pulitzer Prize for Drama, Lin-Manuel Miranda had Broadway in his veins. Lin was born January 16, 1980, in New York, New York, but his parents came to the United States from Puerto Rico. His mother is a psychologist, and his father served as a political consultant for several NYC mayors from the early 80s to the late 90s. Their Washington Heights home was filled with cultural pride and musical cast recordings such as Rent, Les Miserables, Camelot, and Man of La Mancha. Lin's creativity was nurtured early on. At the age of 9, he was composing his own music for his piano recitals and filming elaborate book report projects with the help of his family. His affinity for the dramatic was clear in hilarious letters he wrote his parents from sleepaway camp in the summer of 1990. He claimed that he was in hell, his tent was filled with morons who called him Carmen Miranda, and he missed home desperately. That love for his NYC upbringing would provide important fuel for his passions down the road. Wesleyan University is only 2.5 hours from home, giving Lin close proximity to the inspiration he needed to take a shot at the stage. While at Wesleyan, Lin made friends with fellow theater lover Thomas Kail and sang in a Jewish a cappella group called the Mazel Tones. His first musical, In the Heights, was conceived in 1999 during his sophomore year.
I started writing musicals because I really wanted to be in musicals, and I didn't see that many opportunities for myself. I was like, Chorus Line, West Side Story, that's like all we've got.
In the Heights is filled with the Spanglish, music, and sazon that flavored his childhood. Lin played Usnavi de la Vega, a bodega owner in love with a woman named Vanessa. Vanessa is also the name of a gorgeous girl Lin met in high school, Vanessa Nadal, who would later become his wife and mother of his sons, Sebastian and Francisco. In the Heights was initially performed by the Wesleyan Student Theater Company, Second Stage. After Lin graduated in 2002, Thomas Kail expressed interest in stepping in as a director and helping Lin take the production to Broadway. After a stint in Connecticut and a year of off-Broadway performances, In the Heights premiered at Richard Rogers Theater in 2008. The musical was nominated for 13 Tony Awards that year and took home 4, including Best Musical. The next year, the cast recording won a Grammy Award for Best Musical Show Album. Lin was working as a substitute English teacher at his old high school to pay the bills as In the Heights began to take off, but it was his dad who encouraged him to really commit to his writing. Great advice considering Lin-Manuel was nominated for the Pulitzer Prize for Drama in 2009. Momentum was beginning to build behind him, consistently putting Lin and his unique creativity in the room where it happens. In 2008, while on vacation, Lin casually picked up Ron Chernow's 818-page biography of Alexander Hamilton. What? That doesn't sound like an easy beach read to you? As he turned through the pages of the eventful and tragic life of the founding father who created America's financial system, Lin was struck by Hamilton having been a non-stop, hard-working immigrant, much like his parents. He could already hear how hip-hop could bring the story to life. In 2009, the Obamas invited him to the White House to perform an early version of the opening number from the new musical he was cooking up with In the Heights alums Alex Lacamoire, Thomas Kail, and Andy Blankenbuehler.
Get your education, don't forget from whence you came, and the world is gonna know your name. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton.
Michelle Obama has admitted she and her husband, former President Barack Obama, laughed when Lin-Manuel told them he intended on bringing a hip-hop musical about a little-known founding father to Broadway. But after Hamilton premiered on Broadway on July 13, 2015, the world has never been the same. As Hamilton quickly became the hottest ticket in town, with repeatedly sold-out shows and soaring ticket prices, the MacArthur Foundation awarded Lin-Manuel Miranda a Genius Grant in the form of a $625,000 stipend. At the 2016 Tony Awards, Hamilton picked up 11 medallions. That same year, Lin upgraded from Pulitzer Prize finalist to Pulitzer Prize winner. When Hurricane Maria devastated Puerto Rico in 2017, Lin-Manuel immediately went to the aid of his people, struggling to survive as the neglect of the current administration left them wanting.
I feel so grateful that we've raised, at this point, $41 million, and it started emergency short-term and has slowly developed into long-term needs.
And although he left his post as Alexander Hamilton on Broadway in the summer of 2016, he decided to get back in the blouse to bring the show to Puerto Rico. All of the proceeds from the tour are going to the Flamboyant Arts Fund, which supports local cultural institutions, theater companies, dance companies, and independent artists. The widespread success of his musicals has put Lin-Manuel Miranda in the position to showcase his songwriting skills in Moana, Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and the 2018 remake of a Julie Andrews classic, Mary Poppins Returns. It has also been announced that Lin will make his feature film directorial debut for an adaptation of Tick, Tick, Boom, a musical by the late Jonathan Larson, a full circle moment to be connected with a project by the creator of Rent, one of the first musicals that inspired Lin-Manuel to explore theater. In a short period of time, Lin-Manuel Miranda's innovation and passion has made him an inspiring force across the entertainment industry. History certainly has its eyes on him. Thanks for watching The Evolution of. Got a favorite actor or artist we haven't covered? Drop their name in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to Now This Entertainment.
We celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month because of who we are and who we represent. For me personally, I am very proud of being an Hondureña because I get to represent all those who are voiceless. It reminds me that I fill in that gap for those who don't have a voice, and I get to give them a voice. The part of my culture that I'm most proud of is the food. Growing up, my grandma would always tell me that food is the heart of the soul. So the thing that I'm most proud of is definitely the food in our culture.
So something from Hispanic culture that I personally am most fond of is something that my dad told me when I was really young, and it's just a slang term in Spanish, échale ganas, which essentially just means like, give it your all. And I love that so much because I've applied that. It's inspired me to do so well in school and every other part of my life, you know, through my faith and through my friendships and relationships. You know, I just want to be able to give it my all and just not hold anything back, because I really think that's what life is all about.
The part of the Hispanic culture that I'm most proud of is how hardworking we all are, and how I just think of my grandparents, how we came here with nothing and they built a life of their own. And then the food and how they like tell us all the stories through the food, the amazing like tamales, pozole, menudo, all that.
The part of my culture that I'm most proud of is how optimistic we are. As Latin Americans, sometimes we come from countries that have poor backgrounds or political instability, but we're always optimistic even though the circumstances sometimes are not that good. So I like how happy we are and how we see the world, not complaining but rather seeing opportunities. And as a song used to say, Latin Americans are a people that have no legs but still run.
A part of my Hispanic culture that I'm most proud of has to be the family, the community and the unity that we have in the family. It's just one big familia. And in addition to that, it has to be the food, the paella, the churros, everything about it.
Hispanic Heritage Month starts September 15th and ends on October 15th. We do get a full month, but here's why it starts in the middle of September instead of September 1st. One of the reasons why is because September 15th marks the Independence Day for 5 different Latin American countries, which are Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Guatemala, and Costa Rica. Then on the next day, the 16th, is Mexico's Independence Day, and on the 18th is Chile's Independence Day. Another reason why is because October 12th, I think, is Columbus Day in the US, which falls in between Hispanic Heritage Month, and a lot of people like to take that time to talk about why it's a problematic holiday and the impact of colonialism, imperialism, white supremacy, and how it affects Latin America and Latinos today. That's just some of the reasons why Hispanic Heritage Month starts in the middle of the month instead of the first.